So, welcome once again. This is the place where we live life with zero limits. Karibu sana, Breakthrough with Jeff. Today, I'm more than honored to have a great coach joining me. Please introduce yourself, Coach Wanjiru.
Wow, thank you so much for having me here today, Coach Jeff. I am very excited to be sharing my story today.
Yeah,
So
I'm looking
my
forward
name
to
is
that.
it's going to be exciting. So my name is Wanjiru Karanja Kamau, and I like to think of myself as more than just a name. I want to think of myself as a legacy of resilience, determination, and to be very honest, unwavering dedication.
Yes,
So I am a mother, I am a wife to
nice.
a beautiful, cherished daughter. I like to say, and I tell my friends all this, that all the time about this. My life is a testament to the capacity and the extraordinary capacity of the human spirit to overcome obstacles and to achieve
Yeah,
great things.
wow.
So I was born in Kuinda slums.
Okay.
And here I found there was a sense of community and connection, and that deeply shaped who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
My academic journey began at the Catholic University, where I pursued my passion for technology, and I was able
Mm-hmm.
to earn a degree in computer science.
Mm-hmm.
So, armed with that knowledge and ambition, I stepped out into the professional world, combining my technical expertise and a natural talent for administration and project management. So, for over a decade, I've navigated the complexities of various industries. I
Mm-hmm.
have steadily been climbing the ladder of success. It's
Awesome.
been a journey full of growth, tenacity, what can I say, adaptability, which has allowed me to evolve into a seasoned professional and earning me respect and admiration from my peers along the way. But
Wow.
beyond
Mm-hmm.
the professional side, I'm also
Mm-hmm.
a sister, I'm a friend, and
Yes.
I'm generally someone who thrives on connection. So I love building meaningful relationships and uplifting those around me. I,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that is at the core of who I am. And that is actually what led me to start and launch Synergy Shift Coaching and Consulting.
Mm-hmm.
So through my business, I'm able to help individuals create real impactful change in their lives.
Yeah.
So whether it's personal or professional development, my coaching is focused on empowering people to break free from all
Mm-hmm.
of life's constraints, right? So
And what does that include, Coach? What are they breaking free from? Could you give us examples of some of the things that your clients are breaking free from?
well, this involves being able to break free from, well, on a personal level, it's
Yeah.
my allowing them to get out of that being stuck,
Ah.
those feelings of being stuck, feeling like you're not able to move forward,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
mark timing,
Yeah.
and I realize a lot of us across the board, across the various ages, a lot of
So
us
many
tend
people.
yeah, we tend to experience those, um, feelings of I'm not moving forward. I am mark timing. The moment I
Yeah.
make one step forward, another
But
six back, you
yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
even at the professional level is feeling like, okay, so I'm at this job, but I'm not getting promoted. I'm not, I'm not improving. I'm not improving on my skill sets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I allow them to unpack all that, just to guide them to unpack on all that and identify the areas in which they can, whether in either to, upskill. Yes, that's the word I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for, to
Mm-hmm.
upskill,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
to not just be stuck in the tactical world, and to also
Yeah.
work strategically so that to get those promotions, or whether
Right.
it involves being able to move from this job to another,
Mm-hmm.
all is a form of growth and a way to get unstuck.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. So as
Well,
I was saying, yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, coach.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, as I was saying, it's mainly to help people to just be able to unlock their full potential, live
Yeah,
purpose-filled lives.
yeah.
So
So do you
again, as I,
find, sorry, coach, do you find people that, mostly, do you find people that know their potential, but they are not taking action? Or people that don't know their potential, they don't know themselves, they don't know what God placed within them. I don't know, who are you meeting mostly out there?
the people that are meeting out here in a bigger number includes people who don't know, who have lost their sense of direction. They don't
Ah,
know that,
yeah.
or rather, maybe they knew or they just didn't listen to it. They don't know
Mm.
that God has a purpose for them. That God,
Oh, yeah.
oh
Okay.
no, that
Well,
God wants something bigger for them. That God has bigger plans for them.
mm,
Those are the majority of the people I'm meeting. However, I have been very
mhm,
appreciative of the fact that there are also people who understand that I know God has a plan for me
yeah.
and I know He wants big things for me, but I don't know how to get there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How about those who've tried? They say they have tried a million times. They know what to do, but they have tried a million times. So now
Oh,
it's almost like it's hopeless. I don't know if you met those ones.
oh, I have. I have. And crazy enough, most of them
Yeah.
have been within my own family.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing actually to get to have these conversations and just help them to see that yes, we may have tried a million times, but there is one thing that keeps us stuck: our belief system.
Yes.
If our belief systems were created from when we were much, much younger, you
Mm,
know, there
yeah.
are some of us whose parents didn't get to certain levels in their careers. And so they didn't expect that, you know, we would want to aspire to get to other levels. Like they're waiting for, okay, so what if you fail? And
Yeah.
so you find a question like that is instilled in you from quite a young age. And so you grow up with that. What if I fail? And
Yeah.
so for every move you want to make, every single move, every single thought you have, you might get of progressing, you end up
Mm,
asking yourself, what if?
what
But it's
if?
not what if it works. It's what if I fail? What
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, these
That's
conversations have actually really helped.
awesome. Awesome. And coach, there are people who are listening to you, and perhaps in their mind they're saying, you are a coach. Coaches have tools and strategies. I'm not a coach. What does it, and coaches don't fail, so they look at you, they think you dropped from heaven somewhere,
Mm,
from the sky.
yeah.
Did you have challenges getting here right now? By the way, you can tell us where you are and what were the challenges if you had, because many people think coaches don't have challenges.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know we might need a longer session if I was to get into all the challenges, but
Yeah. Yeah.
just to give a few insights. Yes, I have had challenges, and it's a lot of them stem
Mm-hmm.
from just my general journey of getting to here to even becoming a coach, and even getting to this point where I can actually sit down and thank God that I have I have the knowledge, I have the skill, I have
Yeah.
the tools and the know-how to be able to guide someone to
Yes.
do something for themselves. It has
Tell me about that
taken
journey. How was it? What did it
that
take?
that journey took God.
Yeah.
And it took my acceptance of, the state that I was in, and just
Yeah.
getting to that point. I think, let me call it rock bottom, but
Yes.
allowing God to do something in me, and
Mm.
allowing Him to have His way in me and
Mhm.
with me, so that, He can get me from that rock bottom too. Because when you get to rock bottom, the only other way is up.
Mm.
But you don't
Mm.
just get up by yourself. You have
Yes.
to accept that there is a higher being, the one who
Mhm.
created us, the one who, who has loved us from when we were in our mother's wombs, allowing
Mhm.
Him to do the thing that He wants to do
Yeah.
for you and for your life, so that you can get up and you can rise, you know?
Wow.
So,
So that's what you
um,
believe. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So
So,
I would say, I don't know, let me take you back from
mhm.
growing up in Kuinda. So
Yeah.
I grew up in the heart of, well, when I talk about I grew up in Kuinda, they're like, but Kuinda is in Karen. You live in
Yeah.
suburb. But I
Mhm.
tell them, look, you don't know living in a cardboard house. That's not Karen. It's in the general Karen area, but it's a slum all the same.
Yeah.
Um, for me, poverty it was not just a circumstance. That was our way of life.
Mhm.
It was there from when I was born. I found it.
Yeah.
But I also learned how, I think I'd say my resilience stems from growing up in Kuinda. So it's being able to stretch, learning how to stretch rather the thread of every possibility, right?
Yeah.
So regardless of the environment, I also did
Mhm.
not grow up in a very nice home. In that, my father, who was quite young, um, my late father was not the happiest, and he was quite abusive, to say the least. So he would definitely take out his frustrations on me and my mom. And his anger was very unpredictable. It usually was quite destructive, and you know, I think for whatever reason, he, number one, was, I don't think he was ready to be a father. He didn't
Mhm.
probably want to be a father. And
Mhm.
so I will say I grew up with his rejection.
Yeah.
And so I unfortunately do remember very vividly
Mhm.
being 4 years old, and I don't know whether I was feeling desperate for his approval, but I was always met with indifference. I remember one time I used to call him Fafa. And
Yeah.
so if I wanted something, say, Fafa, give me this, Fafa, do this for me. And so one time I was trying to get his attention and he was ignoring me. We were just in the
Mhm.
house one evening. He was busy on something. I don't remember, it was a paper or a book he was reading. And to get his attention, I remember
Yeah.
blurting out, Daddy. And he was
Mm.
shook. He's never had anybody call him Daddy. I think being called Fafa and whatever, he was used to that. But
Yeah.
it was those moments where I would be met with indifference. And so I learned from early on that he was not interested in me or
Yeah.
what I was about, right?
Mm.
So, in
Mm.
fact, I remember the first time I had him disown me, actually, was I was about 10 years old. And I remember he was having an argument with my mom, and he was telling her how, that's not my child. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know anyone else. And
Oh.
so those scars of
Yeah.
rejection, they were carved very deep, and very so early on into my heart. And
Yeah.
I remember feeling very shattered, and it very much planted those seeds of doubt, self-doubt, and unworthiness, right? And
Yes.
so
Yes.
I unfortunately had to go through life as a very sad child. And
Mhm.
often, because I have learned now to go back and look at those pictures just to see this girl and talk to her and tell her, by the way, we are here, we are happy, we laugh until you can see all our wisdom teeth,
Yeah.
like we actually did it, we made it. I go back to those pictures and I can, I just want to hug that little girl because
Mm.
she carried such a weight of the world on her shoulders. And it was through her childhood, preteen, right?
Mm.
Teenage years, her early childhood. And I think those experiences became my shadows and they followed me well into my, my teenage and young adulthood, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I realized for one reason or the other, I've
Mm-hmm.
always had a sense of humor
Mm.
and it can be dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I know now when I think about it, I know it was a form, so it was a way of me to protect myself. And
Yeah.
so you find that even if you talk to my classmates now, they'll tell you I had all the jokes, I had the best punchlines, you know. And so I laughed through my high school and I could smile so hard, but there was so much sadness behind
Mm.
all that. And
Mm.
I resonate so much with the fact that they say that the best comedians are the saddest.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Um, you remember, I don't know if you know, George Carlin. He was a wonderful comedian, but his humor was dark and it was very, and I know now, I understand why it was very relatable for me because I could relate so much with what it is he was going through, whether it was um, his rebellion against religion, it was his rebellion against so many things. I understand it now. But so because it turns out that humor was a great way for me to conceal those deep emotional, you know, that very deep and that pain that I was feeling, right?
Yeah.
So I would
What,
feel,
Coach, before
yes,
you
yes.
proceed, what was the positive side of rejection by your father?
it it led me to become independent.
Mm. Yeah.
I would say yes. Oh, okay, so the positive is that I became independent.
Yes.
Um, and so that was a good thing because I
Is it
learned
a good, that's a good thing, isn't it?
it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I
Yeah.
knew I didn't have to rely on him for. I learned how
Mhm.
to soothe myself. I didn't
So
learn how to
does it
regulate my
mean,
emotions, right?
yeah, does it mean he gave you a gift, the gift of freedom? Do you see it
Yes.
that way? Like this is was this a gift that he gave me, or was it something that, oh, I wish I never met him? Is where are you, Coach?
It was a gift.
That's a gift. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a gift. Number one,
Mhm.
in my later years and my mid 20s, I'd say I worked on my relationship with my father in heaven,
Yeah.
right? Because that he was the only one who never left, right?
That's a key decision you've made there,
Yeah. So
isn't it?
yes, it was a gift. Being rejected by him led me to my father in heaven.
I love
Uh,
that.
Another
Amazing.
thing I
I
would
love that.
say, yeah, yeah. So I would also say that through his rejection, I learned to go where I'm wanted or
Yes.
to be with the people who actually enjoy being with me or people
Oh,
who would love me genuinely.
interesting. Thank you, Daddy, for rejecting me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Wow. That's
Yeah.
powerful. Proceed, Coach.
So, well, it was a journey for sure. It was painful, but again, like we just said, there are many positives that come from that.
Yeah.
Because I remember one very terrible incident that actually led us all minus him to therapy.
Ooh.
And we all had to, and mom was like, listen, my girls, my people, this one you have to go somewhere, you have to go talk to someone. And so I appreciate God for those lessons, because I see them as lessons, because that is what kicked or rather led me on the path to self-discovery, because of just being in those therapy sessions. I was able to confront that pain that I was suppressing for many years. I was able to confront behavior that had come from the negative. Just that confrontation led me to actually see the positives in the life that I had lived previously, right?
Awesome.
And so in one way or the other, I learned to challenge my negative patterns of thinking. It's feeling like, I remember feeling back in college, feeling like I can't study and work at the same time. And so I had to drop out of college for a bit, But now I have been working, being a wife, being a mom, and studying. And I'm doing all these things.
Nice.
Right? So challenging all those negative patterns, all those negative behaviors, for some reason, learning how to reframe my thought process, reframe negative language, right? Working on the slightest affirming statement, right? I remember I used to have a belief where I know ile siku nimecheka sana, lazima kiboko itatembea. There was no reason for the kiboko, but it will come. Because I have been looking for it. I have been looking for it all day. And so therefore, it's from that thought, subconsciously, I'm looking for ways to get myself in trouble, right? Get yourself in trouble so that you get the kiboko. And so coming from that and to the point where I'm able to take ownership of my experiences. And I know it was not easy. It was,
I can imagine.
It was so hard. But I thank God, because through peeling back all those layers, and
you're here.
I am here. And
wow.
Right. And I am here, and I can tell people, by the way, your parent has done this and this and this. Imagine there's light at the end of the tunnel. And it may not seem like that at this moment, but imagine there's hope on this other side. Right?
Yes.
And so
keep going. If you're going through hell, don't stop. Keep moving.
Keep moving. Actually, the best phrase, and my friends fight me for this, is, the only way you're going to get over this thing is to go through it. That's the only way to do it. There's pain. You can't work around it. You have to go through it. Feel it. Do you want to scream, shout at the top of your voice and be mad and whatever? If that's what it takes for you to go through it, go ahead and do it.
Wow. That's
so
amazing, Coach.
I praise
God. What
God
came
so
out
much
of that story? So I'm at the point where you're doing the training, you're doing the coaching. Now, where are you right now?
I am at I am a member of the D.L.C community, where I actually started my coaching journey. This again was brought about by, well, obviously having found stability
Yes.
in
Through the
God, my
therapy.
Father,
Yes.
in love and starting a family. I now
Yeah.
have this
Wow.
stability that
Amen.
is holding me together and allowing me to explore how I could contribute to the world, right? Because I've
Yes.
always
Yes.
had that in my
Yes.
life. And so I get to a point where there's a deep calling to empower young adults who
Yeah.
may have gone through similar situations or not, you know,
Yeah.
just being able to help them navigate the challenges, whatever that could be, just as I had faced them, and how I've been able to navigate the challenges for myself. So with that, I decided now to join communities of like-minded individuals,
Mm-hmm.
seek out the wisdom and guidance. And
Mm-hmm.
so D.L.C came. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm happy
finding
you came
D.L.C.
across Destiny Life Coaching, Coach.
Yeah, and I
You're an
remember
amazing
how you
coach.
encouraged me, and you were like,
Yeah.
go for it. And I
Yes.
went for it. And so now I have been on a very wonderful and transformative journey.
Awesome.
It's an experience, actually. Let me
Mm.
call it there, because I've
Yeah.
not only found the support, but I've gained the skills and the tools to be able to turn my pain into purpose, right? So let me tell you what I've found at D.L.C. I've
Yeah.
been able to connect the dots in my life by
Awesome.
recognizing negative patterns that have held me back for years, and
Yes.
I've learned how to overcome them, right?
Nice. Nice.
It's being able to actually now discover what my unique God-given gifts and talents are, and
Yeah.
then learning how to recondition my subconscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
this process has been quite instrumental
Yeah.
in allowing me to step into my value as a child of God, and also uncover my purpose.
Wow.
So with the four pillars of D.L.C,
Yeah.
we have purpose, we have patterns, we have perspective, and
Perspective. Yeah.
life vision
Project
mastery.
Life Vision. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So they have honestly become my foundation of uh, building a success mindset,
Mm. Mm.
because these pillars, and you remember this from when I started to now,
Yeah.
they have transformed my life, and then, in a way that I would not have thought possible.
Mm.
And
Mm.
because one, I've been able to enhance my productivity
Yeah.
in my, just daily tasks, whether at home, whether at work, whether, with my coaching practice. It's being able to reignite and ignite a passion in my daily activities. I enjoy doing chores,
Yeah.
because I'm like, okay, so do it as if you're doing it for God. And so I am
Yes.
singing as I'm doing my dishes. I am singing as I prepare for my coaching session with the clients.
Yeah.
I am singing as
Yes.
I'm headed to, prepare my daughter for school.
Awesome. Gratitude.
It is
It's
living
everything.
in
Yeah.
gratitude. It
Mm.
is waking up and thanking God, and just telling him thank you for where I am. Thank you
Mm.
for each and
Mm.
everything.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
practicing gratitude in everything. It is in this cup of coffee I have right now, and taking every sip, and I'm like, thank you, God.
Being
You know?
present. Being here and now.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
This is
Mm.
this is what living is about. Some of
It
us are
is
so busy. Yeah.
exactly. And this would not have happened if I had not come across D.L.C. So first of all, just to thank you so much, Coach Jeff, for
Oh, you're welcome,
everything
coach.
you've done for for myself and for my colleagues at D.L.C. So yeah, I hope you understand how much you're doing
Thank you so
for people
much.
here.
Yes. Well, I see you. I see how passionate you are. I see how unstoppable you are, how creative you are. And I'm like, wow, just envy your clients and those that are coming to you. Um, I thank God. I thank God for you and the work that God is doing through you.
Yeah.
The Bible is very clear that as long as you're submitted to God and you're in total control of that inner world of thought and emotions,
Yeah.
the world is your playground. And you don't feel like you're really working. It feels like it's play
Yeah.
because you're having so much joy, you're having so much fun. And you're taking this
Exactly.
to your family, to your clients. It's just amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Um,
Awesome. So now, where do we find you when we want to connect with you? You could say where people can find you, what number, what link, and what kind of a clientele are best fit for you. What kind of a person? Someone who is looking for what?
wow. So number one, I can be
Mhm.
found at info@synergyshiftconsulting.com.
Yes.
That's my email address. And then if you want to send me a quick WhatsApp message, you can find me on 0790
Mhm.
742023. And
Awesome.
so my kind of client is someone who's feeling stuck in their personal life. If you're
Hmm.
feeling as if professionally you're not moving, you're not going anywhere, I
Yeah.
am your coach.
Hmm.
Additionally, I am a trained practitioner of alternate dispute resolution. And
Yes.
so I'm offering businesses and individuals a thoughtful, compassionate approach to resolving conflicts.
Wow. Nice. I believe you, you need to help more than individuals. You need to help nations, including the nation of Kenya.
We might
Bringing
be
people,
required to work.
bringing people together.
There's work for us, I can see. The next coming days, in the coming days, us ADR people have work,
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
we'll ask
For
for
sure.
guidance and wisdom from God.
For sure, coach.
Mm.
Now, thank you so much, our dear listeners. There you've got it. Coach Wanjiru. Now, if you're looking for a great coach, someone that can listen to you, not just what you're saying, because sometimes we say things that are at the level of fear. Most of the time, you need someone that settles down in that place of true grounded certainty. And Coach Wanjiru is one of those people. If you want that anchor, please, we are going to leave the links for the coach down the video so you can connect with her. And if you're that person that is listening to coach and you're like, I would like to become a coach. I'd like to start my own coaching practice. You're welcome to join Destiny Life Coaching. This is the place where we make agents of change. This is where agents of change are made, leaders and pace setters. And so please don't remain small. Don't remain in that job that you hate. This is the time to honor yourself. Sometimes changing your story can be tough. You just need a little bit of guidance. And if you click on that link, you have a free consultation session courtesy of this show. So thank you so much. The Lord bless you and take care of you. Thank you, Coach, for
Thank you for
sharing
having
such
me.
powerful insights. God bless.
Bye.
Bye bye.